Hi and welcome everyone to Nikki Loves Books. Nikki here, and today we do have our next OwlCrate box to unbox. So this is our OwlCrate Young Adult box for April 2025. Obviously, for those of you who subscribe to my channel, you know that I promised you guys a video from back in the holidays. I'm still really behind. Things are just really up in the air, not just with my divorce, but my health. My throat issues have gotten worse again, so I am back on a liquid only diet, and that is so hard to deal with. I am so hungry all the time. I'm not getting the nutrients and stuff that I need, and so I'm really just kind of like foggy brained and just not as sharp as I used to be. Obviously, with those throat issues going on, I'm back to really not being able to swallow correctly, and that does affect my speech. So I do apologize if I pronounce things weird or incorrectly. But of course, I wanted to keep doing my YouTube channel and unboxing stuff with you guys. So I'm here. I'm just at a limited capacity, and it really kind of sucks. So thank you all for being here and continuing to support me. I know that I keep saying I'm going to get stuff done and I'm going to be able to respond to you guys, but there's just been a lot of things just upheavaled in my life. And then of course, not to get political on my channel, but there is a madman in power, and I work in mental health and specifically for a BIPOC community. So my job is also kind of up in the air. It's just really stressful, and not to say that no one else is stressed. Like, we're all stressed for different reasons. There's a lot of bad things going on. And so, yeah, we're just going to do something fun and try to ignore all of that. So let's go ahead and get into our unboxing, because this seems a lot more fun than focusing on all the problems we got right now. Okay, speaking of not thinking clearly, you guys are going to totally laugh. So I paused this to unbox the items in the box so that I can, show each item to you. Yeah, I started recording and got to two of the items in this box and realized that I actually was not recording. I hit the stop button instead of the start recording again button. Yeah. So anyways, let's get into our items in our April 2025 OwlCrate box. And the first item we have is this umbrella, and it says, "The circus arrives without warning. No announcement precedes it. It is simply there when yesterday it was not." So I can already tell you from the design on the bottom and the fact that I already showed you guys this item, even though it wasn't recording. This is from the Night Circus. So it says, "April showers mean you need something to take cover, and our umbrella is the perfect item to do so. Inspired by the Night Circus, this item is beautifully designed by Cade Roach at Hey Atlas Creative." So we're going to go ahead and open this umbrella and take a look. So here is our Night Circus umbrella, and it is very big. I do appreciate that. As far as the umbrella part goes, and it does have a very beautiful design. One thing I don't like about it is actually this mechanic. So when you're actually pushing it and closing it and opening it, it feels a little flimsy. So that's the part that I don't like about it. But I do love the design. I have not read The Night Circus yet, but it is on my shelves, and I will get to it as soon as I'm able to, and God knows when. So of course, the $1,000,000 question is, am I keeping the umbrella? And as much as I like it, I do have an umbrella from OwlCrate already that is a Terracin inspired umbrella. So it is from Throne of Glass. And so that is the umbrella I prefer over the Night Circus umbrella. So the Night Circus umbrella I am going to pack away and keep to the side for a giveaway in the future. Next item we have in our April 2025 Young Adult OwlCrate box is this, which I have no idea what this is, so we gotta open it. So these are two bags that seem to be for travel. So it says travel set. If you're about to embark on a journey to new worlds, use this wonderful and useful travel set. Designed with a pattern by Janine LaCure, this item is inspired by Arc of a Scythe series and is sure to become a necessity for your travel needs. I am so loving that OwlCrate is really doing a lot of book inspired items that are useful. They're great for the household, they're great for travel. So while I don't do like any traveling because of chronic illness, I'm going to keep these because I do want to see if I can. So it's been literally a decade since I've left the country. Definitely not leaving the country right now, or maybe I will. I don't think even I've left the state for a decade. So I want to at least try going to another state if I can. So travel items, yes, definitely need. I have not read Arc of a Sky series. I do believe I have the first book, but don't quote me on that. Pretty sure I do. So it's definitely a book series I want to read, just haven't gone there like a lot of the ones that I want to read. But even though I have not read the series, I do love the design on these. Yes, it's simple and they're very similar. It's just different colors, but I like the scythes. And I just always think it's fun to have travel bags that are unique and have designs versus just having an all black standard set. So I will be keeping these and hopefully using them at some point. Next up, we have this piece of what I'm going to assume is faux leather. And it says, "You are a rose with thorns, a pretty thing capable of protecting itself." I love that quote. I don't know where that's from, but I like it. So these typically tend to be catch-all trays, and so I will show you how to do. You literally match the buttons to themselves and you just clip them. And from just doing that, it becomes a tray. They're flimsy, but they're a tray. So catch-all tray. Keep your belongings safe from curses that plague the realms with our catch-all tray. Leave items like keys into your home, wallet, or anything that you can grab easily when you head back out again. This item has been created with love by Shou Ling He Feng at Apollo's Problem Child. Well, interesting. They didn't say where this quote is from, but I would really like to know because I think it's a great quote. I'm pretty sure if I Googled it, I'd probably be able to find out what it is. But regardless, this is the catch-all tray. I do like the quote. I do like the design. I'm not crazy about these catch-all trays simply because they're flimsy. Like if it was a metal one, I would absolutely be down. But because it's the faux leather and it's flimsy, I'm not quite sure how I feel about keeping this or not. So definitely something I have to think about. Next up, we have a tea from Riddle's Tea Shop, which I love these teas. Plated potable tea from Riddle's Tea Shop. Experience what it means to be gold touch when you take a sip of our plated potable tea with notes of cinnamon, ginger, cloves, cocoa with gold, sugar, pearls. This tea is inspired by the Plated Prisoner series and brought to you by Riddle's Tea Shop. And unfortunately, it says it contains caffeine, which is very bad for me because I don't do well with caffeine. However, I really want to try this tea, and especially because it's a spiced chocolate tea, I think I might just do it and deal with the effects of caffeine. It'll be fine, I think. Worst case scenario, I have uncomfortable symptoms and I have a panic attack. It will be all right. It is really sad though, because I'm like, OwlCrate usually tries to make sure that their teas are caffeine free, especially since they do coffee sometimes in our OwlCrate boxes, and coffees are always caffeinated. So I prefer when they do their teas decaf simply because it allows me to have them without risking any problems. But like I said, I might just risk, although tea tends to have a lot of caffeine in it. So I don't know. I have to think about this. Next up, we do have our Enchanted Elixir pin. So that is the collection that they're doing in 2025. That it's Enchanted Elixirs. Here's the next pin in our 2025 enamel pin collection, Enchanted Elixirs. Each month's box will include a sliding pin featuring magical element from fantastical worlds, all tucked away in a bottle, all designed by Layla Ashtar at Layla Ashtar Shrine. Our fourth pin in the collection features the Hurricane Wars, where deadly secrets come to light. And you guys have heard me say it before, and I say it again, it is not a sliding pin. All it is just a moving piece on a pin. It's not a sliding pin. A sliding pin was what we had last year, where you literally had two pieces that slid away from each other. This is not a sliding pin. And oh my gosh, do not ask me why I read the description before I showed you the item. Don't ask me what I'm doing. Like, my brain is so just beyond capable of doing much right now. So this is our Enchanted Elixir from the Hurricane Wars. While I normally don't like pins, I am kind of digging this collection simply because I really like bottles. And yes, I know it's not a real bottle, but it's pretty still. So I like the pretty bottles. And again, not a sliding piece, it's a dangle piece. So our dangle piece says, "Fire of my blood, sun of my soul." So again, this is from the Hurricane Wars, which I have not read, heard great things. I'm waiting for a special edition from either OwlCrate or the Bookish box, maybe even from Arcane Society. And I don't think any of them have done it. And if they have, I've missed out, but you know, I would like a special edition from one of those companies if possible. So I like this pin, so I'll be keeping the pin. And that is it for all our bookish inspired items in our OwlCrate Young Adult April 2025 box. So OwlCrate's been killing it. I will say it again. They continue to kill it. 2025, they are on fire. I would definitely say that this box is great. Not my favorite. There's a few things that I'm like, yeah, the catch-all tray I could have done without. The tea I'm really excited about, but it has caffeine, but that's a me problem, not an OwlCrate problem. I think it's great. The travel set, love. I also really like the umbrella. It just happens to be that I already have an umbrella from OwlCrate that I prefer. So that's the only reason why I'm giving it up. So I thought this was a great box. As always, let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this box and these items. I always love to hear from you guys, and I am sorry I have not gotten back to you. I'm just so tired all the time, and just please know I still read your comments. I just don't always have the capacity to respond, and I'm slowly trying to get back there as soon as I can. So definitely let me know. I love reading your comments, and I will respond to you as soon as I can. And while you're at it, don't forget to like this video if you want to see me do more unboxings. So for our book, For the Edge of a New Dawn, we have Fable for the End of the World by Ava Reed. The book selection for April is full of survival, love, and risking it all. In Fable for the End of the World, we meet Anessa and Maloney, the girl offered as a sacrifice for the bloody assassination show known as the Gauntlet, and her hunter, a living weapon physically and psychologically altered to kill. In this game of cat and mouse, neither of them can afford to lose, and in the process, question everything they know. Interesting. And I have read books by Ava Reed. OwlCrate does tend to like to have her as an author featured. So I loved A Study in Drowning. Absolutely loved it. It was an OwlCrate book, and that's how I came across it. It was wonderful. I was not crazy about Lady Macbeth, which was the last Ava Reed book that I read and was another OwlCrate book not too long ago. So I definitely want to read the inside flap and find out more about this book. The Lamb's Gauntlet is a live-streamed assassination spectacle, and the next lamb has been chosen. Anessa lives with her brother in a half-sunken town where they make ends meet by running a taxidermy shop. Unbeknownst to Anessa, their cruel mother has accrued an enormous debt. Maloney is an assassin, the product of neuro-reconditioning and physiological alteration. Despite her reputation for cold brutality and deadly beauty, she is haunted by painful flashbacks. After her last gauntlet, where she broke down on camera, she desperately needs redemption. When Anessa learns that her mother has offered her as a sacrifice, she and her hunter brother hatch a desperate plan to run. But as Mel pursues Anessa across the apocalyptic wasteland, both girls begin to question everything. Anessa wonders if there's more to life than survival, while Mel wonders if she's capable of more than killing. And both wonder if, against all odds, they might be falling in love. Okay, I am so happy I read the inside flap, because now the story seems so much more interesting than just that little bit that OwlCrate gave us. Like, that definitely piqued my interest, but now I'm very much like, yes, this is going to be an awesome book. It's going to be really cool. I definitely like the idea of that dystopian live stream assassination, you know, kind of escalation of what we watch for entertainment, as well as kind of this nature versus nurture, being conditioned to do something. Can you fight against that? Then, of course, we have an LGBTQ romance, which always down for. So let's go ahead and find out all the details of our special edition from OwlCrate. So, of course, we have an exclusive redesigned dust jacket. And it says, I want to do more than just survive. I definitely like the character art on the front. I'm not too crazy about just the overall colors, just because they seem really damper, but it probably goes with the dystopian feeling of the book. We also have a reversible dust jacket, which I don't really consider these reversible dust jackets because they're just artwork. It doesn't have the title or the author of the book on them. So I just kind of view them as additional artwork on the back side of the cover. And one thing I will say is that this dust jacket feels really flimsy. This feels really thin and fragile. We do have a foiled hardcover case, and it says Fable for the End of the World, the title, and on the back it says, "Who says prey can't become predator?" I do like the design of the foiling. You know, you have that, of course, kind of futuristic feel, as well as them being in a wasteland, and you have the skulls. But something about this hardcover just feels a little off to me. Again, maybe kind of similar to the dust jacket, like almost low quality in a way. We do have stenciled edges, and this says the lamb has to die. And again, we got that futuristic kind of feel. I do appreciate that. The colors on the edges do match the hardcover as well as the dust jacket. We have illustrated end papers, which are very beautiful. It is signed by the author, includes an author letter bound inside, as well as bonus content. So that is it for all the details of Fable for the End of the World, and I am excited to read this, but it's gonna be some time. So I have a lot of books lined up before I can get to this. If you guys subscribe to my channel, you know that I read all my books from my book subs first, and then I can get to other books on my shelves. But I have fallen so far behind on my books from my book subs simply because going through divorce, medical issues, end of the world. I mean, just stressful world stuff. So there's just a lot going on. And so, yeah, I've just not always had the capacity to do my reading, which is really unfortunate, but I'm slowly getting back into it. And I just realized the stuff behind me is also all wrong. Like, I finished The Ruthless King. I'm now on The Perfect Fit. So I'm making my way through the stack of books that I had lined up for my book subs. But yeah, it's going to be a minute, and I have a lot of books in between what I'm reading now and this book. So it is what it is. As usual, thank you so much for being here. I do have another unboxing coming out tomorrow, depending on my capacity, but I should. It is my next Darkly box, and that should be the December Darkly box, and so that might be our last box from Bookish Box for 2024, finally. So they're slowly working on getting caught up. So yes, I will have another unboxing come out tomorrow or possibly the next day, depending on how I'm feeling. But as always, please leave me a comment and let me know what you thought about this box and this book. I always love hearing from you. And don't forget to like this video if you want to see me do more unboxings. And don't forget to subscribe. We have a lot of book boxes still. So we do have OwlCrate Young Adult. We have OwlCrate Adult, as well as the OwlCrate Romance book box and Romantasy. So that's 4 OwlCrate book boxes. And then we still have the Bookish Box and Darkly boxes, as well as Arcane Society. So we do still have quite a few book boxes that I subscribe to, so look out for those unboxings in the future. Thanks so much, everyone, and have a great week.